mix it, lipstick game, mix it, lipstick game, mix it, lipstick game, mix it, let's mix it up, mix it, lipstick game, mix it, lipstick game, mix it, lipstick game, let's mix it up.
Hey guys, this is Victoria Lowe and I'm back with another video, and this time I will be showing you guys how to make glosses, and this is actually a part 2 to a video that I shared on my Patreon. Shout out to all my patrons. I shared that video as a Patreon exclusive, showing them how to make the liquid colorants, or the LCs as I like to call them, and they wanted me to make some glosses, show them how to make glosses after I've made my LCs. So now that we got our LCs all prepped, I'm going to show you guys how I make glosses after I have prepared my LCs. So what you see me adding to the first bowl was the hydrogenated polyisobutene, and I am adding that to my bowl of Versagel. Each bowl has the same amount of Versagel, and each bowl will have the same amount of hydrogenated polyisobutene. For the full recipe, please visit my Patreon. Join us. We would love to have you. Thank you so much for everybody who has already joined. I appreciate your support for this channel. It means so much, and it really does help keep this channel going. So thank you guys so very much. So yes, I'm just adding my hydrogenated polyisobutene to that last bowl. And this particular recipe does not require any oil. You, of course, can incorporate oils by choice, but the hydrogenated polyisobutene does act as an emollient, and it does an amazing job at just thinning the Versagel out, since it's already kind of the main ingredient in Versagel. So what it does is it kind of like dilutes it a little bit, taking it from that thick, gellous texture to more of a nice gloss. If you haven't checked out my other video showing you guys how I keep my glosses clear and free of the yellow tint from the oils, be sure to check that out. I'll be sure to link it at the end of this video. But yes, it's the same concept that I am using here, where I just add the hydrogenated polyisobutene to the Versagel to get to loosen it up a little bit before I go in and I add my LCs.
About this girl, maybe I should. I met her in Philly, and her name was Brian. See, we be making love constantly. That's why my eyes are a shade bloodburn. The way that we kiss isn't like any other way that I be kissing when I'm kissing. What I'm missing, won't you listen? Brown sugar, babe. I get so high off your love, I don't know how to be your brown sugar.
So here's color number 1, which is like a nice mauve with like a lavender with mauve, or pinkish, purplish, pretty color. Such a beautiful gloss. And I'm just adding it to my already mixture. The recipe for the small batches as well as the large batch will be on my Patreon. This batch will roughly make about 2 15-milliliter bottles. That's like saying, like, if you wanted to like try it for yourself or share it with one of your friends to see, you know, if you even want to commit to such a large batch. You guys know I like to make the small batches first. And then what I'm doing now is I'm going in with some more hydrogenated polyisobutene, and then I'm going in with Optifin, which is the preservative. The thing about the Optifin, you guys, is you do not need a lot. Please don't use a lot. I'm literally only using 1 drop. You're supposed to use it in 1% of each batch, but what I find with the Optifin or any preservative, whether it be preservative cap 2, you only need a little bit to preserve your batch. Otherwise, it will burn your customer's lips, and we don't want that. And as you can see, this texture is starting to correct the more that I mix. And it's not too thick and it's not too thin either, where it wouldn't be lasting lip gloss. So I actually really love this recipe. Like I said, if you want to add some oils, you can absolutely do that. And if you want to add both the oil and the hydrogenated polyisobutene like I did, what I would do is half the hydrogenated polyisobutene ingredient, I would half that and do half the size with oil, and then the other half of the recipe, the hydrogenated polyisobutene recipe with polyisobutene, blah blah blah. It's, that's a tongue tie, tongue twister. But I'm just gonna say HP. So the other part of the P, you can, use HP and then half oil. You guys know what I'm saying. But yes, I'm just mixing it in really good. And once it gets to the texture that I like, then I move on to the next color. This is color number 3, which is like a peach gloss. Came out really nice. I'm just adding that to my bowl. I'm just making sure that I'm adding it enough. And with this recipe, another thing that I love is you can add your LCs directly to the bowl. I know you guys seen in the past me mix the LCs with oil first, but with this particular recipe, since the hydrogenated polyisobutene has already kind of like diluted our gloss, or change the texture, you can go right ahead and add it in directly. Add your LCs in directly, and then I'm going in with some more hydrogenated polyisobutene just to make sure that the texture is what I need it to be. And of course, to preserve that batch, I'm going in with a drop of Optifin. All of these things will be listed in the description box below so that you too can have them and you can go ahead and make your glosses. Happy New Year, you guys. I know in my last video I said Happy New Year, but I'm going to say it again to you guys. I hope that you guys are off to a great start in the new year and enjoying the new year. But yes, those are my 3 glosses. So now I'm going to do a little demonstration on my sheet with the different complexions. So I'm going to start off with a darker complexion, and you see that is beautiful. Keep in mind that glosses are more sheer, especially compared to lipsticks. But in order for you guys to get an idea of how they look against these skin tones, I just wanted to do it because when I do it on myself only, it's not really showcasing the colors of the lipsticks or the glosses. But I have no problem with modeling for you guys, okay? For real. But yes, I feel like this way we can kind of get an idea of how the color performs on the different skin tones. And this is color number 2, which is giving us like a deep brick red vibe, which is really cute and subtle too. I would pair this with like a nice deep dark brown liner, or maybe even a black liner. I think it will really look good depending on what you're in the mood for and what you want to do. It just looks so good. But yeah, that is the color number 2. And then of course I cannot wait to swatch color number 3, which is that magnificent peach that we made. And yeah, that's what we have. And don't forget, you guys, if you want the recipes to the LCs and just to kind of get a gist of how I make them, be sure to visit my Patreon. I have a whole video showing you guys how to make the LCs and how to in this video right here showing you how I incorporate it into the gloss. But you can make a LC out of any color, and honestly out of any recipe on my Patreon. And that would probably be my next video, showing you guys how I come up with liquid concentrate recipes and things of that nature. But all in all, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. And again, Happy New Year. Many blessings to each and every one of you. Until next time.